Hi kay Panaligs! Kumusta kayo? Share ko lang na mapalad tayong dinalaw ni Kuya Carlo noong February 4 to 6 sa Our Lady of Sorrows Parish kung saan ako nagsiserve at utang ko ito sa inyo at sa kanya. Sorry dahil tumagal bago ako mag-upload. At tara, ating balikan at simulan ang biyahe ni Kuya Carlo. At I believe mahabang paglalakbay ito dahil napaka-worth it pag-usapan ng kanyang buhay at isa buhay. Una sa lahat ay pinanganak si Kuya Carlo sa England ng kanyang mga Italianong magulang noong May 3, 1991 at sila ay tumira sa Monza, Italy where he received his first communion at the age of 7. By the way, for 40 pesos meron na kayong novena prayer to Blessed Carlo Acutis at allow me po to share based on the narration of his life prepared by Father Tim Meliza, SSP. Shoutout po Father Tim na nagmisa noon sa Our Lady of Sorrows Parish. I hope you are doing well and thank you po sa pag-share about sa buhay ni Blessed Carlo or Kuya Carlo and isa po kayo sa mga kinuhanan ko ng references about him. After receiving his first communion, he became a daily churchgoer, reciting the Rosary daily, participating in Eucharistic adoration while studying, playing football, and getting himself engrossed in computers and the internet. That's why we call him Patron Saint of the internet, young people, and childless mothers. So, isa sa mga greatly influenced by his faith are his parents, and they became participating Catholics and regular churchgoers and catechists. Share ko lang na talagang naghingi ako ng intercession sa kanya bago gawin tong vlog na to. Siyempre, siya ang patron ng internet at gusto ko sanang maging successful talaga ito dahil naiiya naman ako kung, di ba, hindi well prepared itong vlog ko para sa kanya. Sana ay magustuhan nyo po ito, Kuya Carlo, and sana ma-appreciate nyo ito. So, right now, I'm thinking of him and I'm so amazed by his life. Napaka-cool ng ating Kuya Carlo. Lodi talaga. He was a genius in computer and at 10, he was already constructing softwares reserved for engineers, inventing programs, editing films, laying out small publication for young people and the elderly. He idolized Blessed James Alberion, the founder of the Poland family, who utilized the means of social communications to proclaim the gospel. And his beatification happened on October 10, 2020. During the corona pandemic, the time where the internet became the only means that united suffering families. Kaya very timely ang kanyang beatification at ang pagkilala natin sa kanya. Talagang hingin natin ang kanyang intercession kay Panaligs, lalo na sa mga estudyante. Hindi lang estudyante, pati mga magulang at kahit sino pwedeng magpadasal sa kanya. At alam nyo ba na may pusong Pinoy ang ating Kuya Carlo? So noong 6 years old si Kuya Carlo, nalaman niya na ang kasambahay or nanny na Pinay ng kanyang playmate ay umiiyak because her family in the Philippines lost their home due to a strong typhoon and that they didn't have any money. While when Carlo got home, agad-agad kinuha niya ang kanyang savings o ipon out of his piggy bank and his grandmother also chipped in. Nag-share din yung grandmother niya and the nanny was so happy and cried because Carlos the only one who helped her during that time. And di lang yon because the very own nanny ni Blessed Carlo Acutis na si Mr. Rajesh ay nag-share ng kanyang kabutihan and according to him, when he passed by on his bike, he would stop to greet the doorkeepers, many Muslims or Hindus. At lunch, he would put the leftover food in food containers to bring to the homeless of the area. And his family employed a Hindu or Brahmin housekeeper named Rajesh. Siya nga ang nag-testify nitong kabutihan ni Kuya Carlo at dagdag pa niya, he said that I would be happier if I drew close to Jesus. I got baptized a Christian because he communicated to me and electrified me with his faith, his charity, and his purity. So, kitang-kita naman natin yung deep friendship formed between him and Kuya Carlo to the point that the man converted and asked to receive the sacraments. Ayan, kitang-kita sa mga pictures followers nila. Normal at ordinaryong teenager man na maituturing si Kuya Carlo, para kay Kuya Rajesh siya ay beyond normal because sabi ni Kuya Rajesh, I always considered him beyond normal because such a young, handsome, and rich man normally prefers to live a different life. Pero ibahin natin si Kuya Carlo. For him, money was not to be wasted. At wala rin siyang sinayang na oras. He used his savings to buy a sleeping bag for the homeless man he saw when he went to mass. And he would donate money to the Capuchins who served lunches for the homeless. And by the way, saan nga ba na-beatify si Blessed Carlo Acutis? Ito ay sa Basilica of Saint Francis of Assisi, ang basilica ng kanyang Lodi Saint or favorite saint na si Saint Francis, a well-loved saint. Marami ring may favorite sa kanya. And also, ayan, as you can see, yan ang pag-visit sa atin sa Our Lady of Sorrows Parish, Pampanga ni Kuya Carlo. And that's the time where I prayed his 9-day novena for the first time, and very blessed ang pakiramdam, lalo na is nasa digital age tayo at malaking parte na ng ating buhay ang paggamit ng internet, kaya we should always be reminded of how to use it wisely and in a way that we will please God, not only each other, hindi lang sa pansarili nating kapakanan at kagustuhan. At kanina nga nabanggit natin na 10 pa lang ay he was already constructing softwares reserved for engineers, and at age 11, gumawa siya ng website about Eucharistic miracles. Later, ipapakita ko yung website na gawa mismo ni Kuya Carlo. At hindi lang yan, dahil shoutout sa mga Pokemon lovers and gamers dyan. Naging isa rin akong gamer ng Pokemon noong kabataan ko or noong younger days ko gamit ang Game Boy. Siya naman, gumamit siya ng PlayStation. Ako rin, naabutan ko rin yun, nakagamit din ako ng PlayStation. Pero alam nyo ba, ibahin nyo talaga si Kuya Carlo. Lodi talaga siya kasi napaka-disciplined niya. Hindi niya hinaya na maging addiction ng gaming. At age 9, he was reading computer engineering textbooks that he had bought at the Polytechnic University of Milan. Dagdag pa natin yon sa kaalaman natin sa kanya. Hindi lang age 10 or 11, 9 pa lang pala, nagbabasa na siya. So, napakagaling talaga niya. And he learned algorithms with which he created programs, then websites for parishes, the Jesuits, the Vatican. Hindi niya lang ginawa ito for personal glory, but for the glory of heaven. To achieve that, he spent hours on it, and in the summer, instead of having fun, he would stay at his computer until 3 a.m. Hindi para sa personal gain or pleasure, hindi sa paglalaro, dahil nga dito sa kanyang paggawa ng mga websites to glorify God. He wanted to spread the good news, the gospel, and he used his extraordinary skills to proclaim Christ and help others come closer to God. Ito nga ang sinasabi kong website about him. Feel free to visit po. Ang napakaraming testimonies about Eucharistic miracles and articles, no, na talagang totoo at approved by the Vatican. And hindi lang yon, kasi hindi naman tayo basta-basta pwede mag-declare, di ba, ng may milagro. Pinag-aaralan pa po ito at mabusisi po ang proseso. Sabi nga ng kanyang ina na si Antonia, he was also a normal child. He used to play with the PlayStation, but he forced himself to play once a week only for 1 hour because he didn't want to become a slave to these technological games. He wanted to be free. O, diba? Guilty rin ako sa paggamit ng social media, lalo na kung sumasobra sa oras at ayun, nagsasayang ako ng oras kasi nga si Blessed Carlo wala siyang sinayang, and nagsisisi din ako bandang huli kapag nare-realize ko ay too much time na, and may effect din ito sa mental health. So ayan, bisitahin po natin ang website na gawa ni Blessed Carlo Acutis. He wanted the Catholics to know how important it is to receive Jesus every day in Holy Communion, and he wrote that infinity is the goal even of young people, and God waits for everyone in heaven. The Eucharist was his highway to heaven. Carlo's plan of life is to be always united with Jesus, for Jesus and in Jesus. He wrote after the discovery of his sickness dahil siya po ay nagkasakit ng leukemia. He stayed only 3 days in the hospital. Carlo, in this brief hospitalization, was a light for others due to his joy and peace amidst the discomfort. When asked by the doctors about his condition, Blessed Carlo responded that there are others who suffer more than I am. He offered his life for the church and for the Pope. Noong 2020, naging official na siyang blessed. A miracle attributed to his intercession happened in Brazil in 2019. A boy named Mattheus, suffering from pancreatic sickness that prevented him from taking anything solid, got instantaneously healed after participating in a healing mass celebrated to ask for the intercession of Blessed Carlo. After the mass, the boy asked for solid food and did not anymore vomit. Pope Francis approved this miracle on February 21, 2020. Next, there was a woman with a cancerous tumor at his funeral. A few days after the funeral, her doctor told her the tumor had disappeared. Also at the funeral was a 44-year-old woman who wanted to have children but was not able to give birth. 9 months after the funeral of Blessed Carlo, she had a child. Both women attribute their miracles to his intercession. That is from Wikipedia. And exactly 4 years ago after his death, her mother, Antonia, gave birth to twins, a miracle she attributes to his son Carlos' intercession. The twins were born into the world on the anniversary of the day Carlo left it. And for sure, we will continue to receive miracles from God through his intercession and prayers. Now invoked as the patron of the internet, he is also the patron saint of the millennials. His way to holiness centers on 4 Catholic practices. First, the daily reception of the Eucharist and adoration. Second, the weekly confession. Third, the recitation of the Holy Rosary, and of course, service to the homeless and the poor. And before I end this vlog, of course, marami pang kailangan malaman and marami pa tayong pwedeng matutuhan from his life. There's more to come and to discover about him. And this is really an important matter to discuss and share because Blessed Carlo was remembered by one of his friends for standing up for him when he was bullied by his own brother at home. Blessed Carlo invited this person or the person who bullied to go out of the house and stay outside, lecturing on him that what he was doing was totally wrong. So Blessed Carlo did not tolerate bullying during his time. So he also did the same thing in school, asking bullies to stop what they were doing. So his gentleness saved both the victims and the bullies. And isa ito sa mga prayers na kasali dun sa novena, prayer na available sa St. Paul's. Mental health advocate din pala itong ating Kuya Carlo at meron siyang ginawang mabuti at karapat-dapat upang labanan ang kamalian at maling gawain kagaya ng bullying. So, mabuhay ka, Kuya Carlo, at let us all keep the faith, keep panaligs, and be inspired with Kuya Carlo's life. And remember, humihiling o tayo'y nagpapatulong sa mga santo through their intercessions and prayers. At si Lord ang tanging nagbibigay ng milagro sa ating mga buhay. Kaya, please do subscribe, comment below your insights kung ano man ang nais nyong i-share at karagdagang kaalaman patungkol kay Kuya Carlo at kung ano man ang nagustuhan ninyo at nakamamanghang bagay na nagustuhan nyo tungkol sa kanya. And ayan, feel free also kung meron kayong healing o prayer sa kanya so we can all pray for your intentions and be inspired by his life and be Christ-like like him. Ayan, so be safe. God bless you all and please subscribe and share kay Panaligs. Thank you so much.